Sup guys, Melon's back. Sorry for the long break, but we're back on YouTube. We'll see how it goes from here. I'll try to pump out a few videos here and there. Anyways guys, for today's video is gonna look at the new patch preview. Kinda nothing too hyped today. I know everybody's waiting for collab, so I kinda feel you guys. They did this last collab, we're not gonna get it till like near the release date. So just don't be too expectant on this patch or the next patch, I assume. Alright, so first off is the side story. List of side story, nothing too insane. Just need a filler side story, right? And after that would be a new chapter, 8-10. Guys, we're almost done chapter 3. Just 9 and 10 left, right? I'm not sure if they'll add anything like 9-1 or like 8-1. But the gear we're getting just okay. Like they're starting to fall off with how I-90s are. The gear we get from side stories, from just the original story mode, is kind of starting to get neglectable. I used to collect them, like the health set ones and the mini ones, but now these ones, the destruction set, kind of starting to ignore them. Next off is new exclusive equipments, guys. New E's. First off will be Angie, the main slat with speed 5 to 10. Angie's been really slow. It's kind of nice to have, but Angie's already fallen off the meta, right? The first one is increased combat readiness of the ally set for the caster with the highest attack by 15%. So when using her S1, right? That's sure. Maybe it's kind of nice, but I don't think we'll see Angie much in a hot. In general, maybe she's replaceable by Momo now in like beginner Wyvern comps, but at the same time, I still don't think it's that important, right? As her second EE is Guide of the Goddess for her S3, increase the combat recovered by 15%, kinda whatever. And the third skill is dispel 1 debuff from all allies before using Guided, well, her S3. This is probably the most impactful one. Makes her a bit better, but maybe it makes her not that much more special. I'd say usually if you're playing against debuffs, you need several cleanses, and just one cleanse on her S3 is not really enough. For sure this might be nice for new players, but I don't see any changes in her like RTA playstyle, or maybe in like even arena. Maybe arena might be different, but at the same time there's just units that are better and do a better role at it. There's just better stories out there, right? So yeah, just mediocre exclusive equipment. Next one's for Charlotte. Main stats HP again, 7% to 14. Pretty nice. Charlotte, the hard thing about Charlotte is making her bulky enough to survive. So the extra HP is kind of pretty nice here. Our first one is dual swords for S1. Increase chance to decrease attack by 10% from using our S1. Really mediocre. This is kind of, you don't ever even want to like. You don't use Charlotte for attack down, right? So it's kind of like, why? Out of all things, that's what you chose. I don't think we need that. The second one is Will of the Swamp. After being attacked, increase combat readiness by the caster by 10%. Kind of nice, really nice. I think she already gets a lot of a CR when attacked. I think it's 14 to 15% right now. And being attacked, right? Well, I'm not too sure like the exact line, but that's already huge, right? So being attacked once might get you like 20 to 25% CR. That's huge, right? And I was playing around using mine on the artifact that gives her CR when her teammates are attacked. It's pretty interesting, right? It might work out just to like make people focus her more so that she gets her own CR. And if they don't focus her, she gets CR anyways, right? So it's a huge could be a big game changer on her. But at the same time, Charlotte's already been in a rough spot where you rather just use different fire units, right? Like there's Fire Ravi still, there's Carrot, and then they're making I just don't think Charlotte's too impactful at the moment. Their third exclusive equipment is the artifact that boosts the one I use on our Charlotte right now is like Hillags. You could either use like GFA just for all, but Hillags seems really interesting because I don't have a second GFA. But don't think this will be too impactful on Charlotte. So, well, actually, might be the better of the three, but the third one is pretty interesting too. Vortex, dispel 2 debuffs from the caster before the skill effect. Before using the skill effect, so before you use your S3, you spell 2 debuffs. But Charlotte really runs into debuff comps, there's not really much debuff. Like, if you guys haven't noticed, there's not really much debuffers out there anymore. The only ones you really see is Cerise, Fairy Tail Tenebria, and a Tywin, right? Those are like the 3 main debuffers now. Everyone else is kind of like falling off the meta, kind of. So you're not gonna really run into comps where you need this. I think the S2, the one where you get CR bar, might be the most interesting one for Charlotte. But if she see plays from this, maybe, because that's a lot of CR coming from that exclusive equipment, right? We're gonna have to see. I still don't think it would be too much a change, but it might play some big fat parts in this. Okay, third one is more. Oh, more. Such a shame. Yes, the HP percent from the exclusive equipment is really nice. It's huge. 14% HP is kind of like almost 1,000 HP for more, right? That's really nice. Building more tanky while doing damage was really hard. But the thing is, the skills he got with this were kind of very mediocre. Not even like noticeable. First one is increase the first S1, increase the chance of defense break by 10%. His S1's already high enough, right? It's 100% when he's in his rage mode, right? The second one is extend the duration of increase crit resist by 1 turn. So when you use when your opponent attacks you, you have a chance of using your S2, right? And it increases by 1 turn. I think it's already hard enough to proc the critical hit resist, so increasing it by 1 turn is it's not the issue. It's already hard enough to proc it, right? So if it was increased chance to proc it, that'd be pretty interesting. But there's no point of increasing the duration when you can't proc it. The third one is increased damage dealt of S3 by 10%. Did we need more for damage? Was that what people using him for? Because 10% increase in S3 is not much at all. Maybe be nice in the long range frenzy, but the fact that was not his main issue. The issue about more is he's too selfish of a unit. It's too hard to use him because he needs sustain, he needs protection, he needs like dual attacks. There's just so much that more needs, right? It's very hard to build more in general. So the fact that these EEs don't really make him more of a flexible unit, they just slightly increase what his skills do. But his skills were already bad enough that his kit's not good enough, right? This doesn't change. Usually when you look at when you get an EE, what we expect is a kit change or a minor of a kit buff. But this is all just tiny stat changes, increases to his skills. His kit was already bad enough, so it doesn't make any difference. So no expectations on Mort. Sorry guys, I know a lot of people like Mort. A lot of people are believers in the Mort cult, but I don't think this is enough to make him wow. Okay, so next thing we're getting is the Charon bunny skin. What does the skin really look that good? I know for sure people were like expecting, like people wanted it when we got the whole Fairy Tail Tenebria thing, but sure. I don't think it's that nice in my opinion. I think it looks cool, but I wouldn't really use it as a skin. I prefer the original Charon skin in my opinion, but maybe there's some Charon lovers out there, so I won't judge. It's better than what we got last time. Was the last one the violet skin? Yeah, it's better than what we got last time. So yeah, it's coming in the Epic Pass. Epic Pass is always it's a nice grab. It doesn't feel as rewarding as the Pass because they nerfed the Epic Pass a lot. And I always get the Epic Pass because it's like kind of like a collector's thing. So I always get every frame, every skin that comes out. I'm probably gonna get it, even though I say it's not my cup of tea. Get it? Get it? Okay, moving on. Next thing is Charon banner. So there's this trend that is coming where every time you see a new skin, we're just gonna get the new unit as well. So we're gonna get the unit as well in the following banner. We had Charon, we got the Shepherd artifact with Charon once, and then we got Alexa with Charon, and then we got Charon again with the Shepherd. So Charon banner is coming very frequent. I don't think he's that great of a unit. He's nice to have, pretty cool unit, but I don't think we need him. You really need him, right? He's pretty decent for GVGs. Arena, he's not even as live, and for RT, it's super rare to see one. If anything, I haven't seen one in probably 1,000 games, maybe 1 in 1,000 games. Yeah, so in my opinion, if you're a new player, skip. And if you're endgame player missing this, maybe you would still skip this too. Because guys, remember, a collab is coming up. If you don't have one pity at least saved up already for collab, I'm not sure if you're gonna be safe. I think if you're gonna go into collab, you're gonna at least want 2 pities, because most likely there's gonna be a unit that you're gonna pity for, and there's gonna be a second unit you're gonna be trying to pull for. Right. So next unit is Melissa. So this one's instant, just don't pull. If you need artifacts, no, actually, you don't need the artifact. You don't need her. I don't think you need any dupes for her at all. She is very mediocre. She was built to counter Ruele, but it's too hard to use her. Maybe nice in GVGs, but besides that, I really don't find a consistent use for Melissa. Really hard to get bolas, so I wouldn't even recommend like investing in this. Right. Moving on, Heir. Saga Stars is nice to have, but Heir in general is a unit that really works well with like Tamarine. So very nice 1-2 combo. If you're a new player and you have Tama, might think of picking her up. She's not too important at the moment. For RTA, some people have been messing around with her, trying to just like reset a unit or just like defense break that's got Falcon Curry replacement, or like let's say the LR Crow reset cheese or like Dark Harvest cheese. It'd be nice into like a revive like with Ruele as well, but I don't think you're gonna need insane stat lines. Don't most people who play the game can't build Heir the way like the top players build it. Even I can't do it, right? So in my opinion, maybe for newer players who have the extra resources, but I wouldn't go all in, because I would rather just wait for limiteds. Really limiteds and just the whole collab. So much things are coming, guys. Nice to have, but not a must in my opinion. Before, actually, I had Tama for like the longest time, but I didn't get Heir to like a year and a half or something in, right? I don't think I missed out on much. I don't think you guys are missing out on much. It's nice, but not a must, guys. Next is Kawazu, ML Kawazu. Interesting unit, guys. Really interesting unit. Whoops, sorry about that. Very interesting unit, but it's like a weaker carrot, right? His Costello's cat is pretty interesting, but the fact that he has no self-food sustain. The reason why carrot's so good, guys. The reason why carrot's amazing, because she has the barrier and she has some continuous healing, right? The barrier is it comes every turn. Kawazu has nothing really that has sustain. What makes the 3 best DPS in the game right now very strong, S10A, Landy, Carrot, is that they have a defense mechanism, right? It can't be hit. For S10A, Landy has Guiding Light, same thing as can't be hit in Guiding Light, right? Stealth. And then Carrot has an insane barrier, right? That's why they're so strong. They have a way to keep themselves alive. Kawazu, same damage, but no, he's just bruiser. He's like a fire cannon where he does a lot but can't keep himself alive, right? So this is why I kind of see it's kind of hard to use him. It might be, I'm not saying he's gonna be completely useless. I'm just gonna be saying he's super hard to use. You won't be insanely meta, like, because you're gonna need some protection. You need some soul weavers. There's a lot you need to put around him, right? And he's a unit that's kind of like a one-shot unit, right? So maybe like a riot, but like less sustain, less protection, harder to use. Interesting. We'll see how it works in the future, though. So that includes the Mystic Banner. Ruele, as we said, Ruele is coming, of course, because of the Ruele skin, and it's gonna be with Quasar. So if you don't have either one of them, it might be a really nice pull. But I don't know if you want to use your pity on Ruele just yet. You know, every time there's an old unit, there's gonna be a new unit coming out next, right? And it's been a while since we had an impactful ML5, so I feel like a new meta game changing ML5 is coming soon. I might want to save your Mystic Pity for that if I were you. In my opinion, Ruele is really nice, but it's not really. This is gonna lead up to what's coming next. We're also getting the Ruele skin. Honestly, it has the Solitaria vibe. I think like the artist who made Solitaria might have some involvement in this. Really looks nice, but yeah, it's Ruele. Really nice unit to have. Not a must as well. She is really strong in a point where it might be a must ban in some scenarios, but the meta right now you see is very aggressive, right? It's almost as aggressive as a G Purgus meta before, but right now it's hard to really tank up players, right? There's a lot of times where you're just forced to play like aggressive against the aggro player, right? You can't really tank up, you can't really bring a Soul Weaver, or else you just have no mitigation and you just might die. There's a better unit where it made Chloe right now, in my opinion. It's Ruele is really hard to play at the moment since everybody's just trying to rush each other down as fast as possible. If you see some RTA, the highest players are mostly cleaving even, right? So yeah, if you want to pull for Ruele, it's not a bad investment. But at the same time, I really do think a new ML5 which might shift the meta is going to be coming soon. It's been a while since we had one, and knowing Smilegate, we will definitely get something like that. Yeah, so guys, if you want it, I wouldn't say it's a bad choice, but it's all how much you want, how patient you are, right? You really need a unit now, might as well. And if you haven't used it on you haven't used your Moonlight Pity on it, it could be interesting. But guys, it's all up to you at the end of the day, right? Alright guys, that's been the patch preview of this week. Hope you guys are looking forward to what's coming now. The collab, right? Pretty soon. It's might not be next week, might not be the week after, but it should be coming up near the end of the month, right? Alright guys, I'll see you around. If you enjoyed the video, just leave me a comment, show some support. I'll see you guys around, alright? Later guys.